Hey everyone, welcome back to Ninja Podcasting. I'm Stuart.
I'm Ross.
And we're here for a brand new show. I need to cut you off there, Rob. Sorry, I got too excited.
Fuck me, I guess.
I'm just too excited. We're looking forward to the show. And we're here to watch She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. And it's been a long time coming. We've seen like three trailers.
Yeah.
I'm hoping with a lot of the trailers they show like the lot of the first two episodes, and not the whole series. So hopefully we won't go too much of it. But yeah, we've got She-Hulk. We got Bruce Banner in it. We got Abomination in it. We got Wong. We know some Daredevil showing up. Whoa. That's why I'm wearing this T-shirt. Wrong way though.
I think that's why he's in the yellow and red to represent a lighter version of it.
Yeah, because he's getting his own show now as well.
Yeah.
So from the premiere that was on a few days ago, there's lots of good things coming out of it. So yeah, I'm really excited.
A lot of people still seem to think it's a much more comedic show than anything else they put out. So
Or should be breaking a 4-4.
Yeah, 4-4 breaking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
more Daredevil keeps talking, I think so.
Yeah, but it's interesting to see how much she does that. Whether it's just only before she turns into She. I don't know if we're going to see her turn into She-Hulk in this episode, or it's already happened. We have a flashback of it or something.
When you see the car going off the cliff in the trailer, so we don't know if that's the first thing or is that a flashback thing.
Could be anything, and then how Bruce gives her blood to turn into She-Hulk. But yeah, I'm really. What was the last Marvel show we watched?
The Hawkeye.
Yeah,
because we didn't watch Miss Marvel.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, most of the shows have been really good. So I'm hoping this one. Oh, was it Moon Knight afterwards?
That was Moon Knight. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was Moon Knight after. Yeah.
So yeah, I
know there was a lot of concern about the CGI from the early trailers. So thankfully they've had time to.
Yeah, I think the second trailer looks better, and I would hope they've had a little longer to just try and perfect it. And I think there was someone was saying, I can't remember, I think it was previewed when I was watching their reaction, that like because you're watching it through YouTube or something, when it gets uploaded to YouTube, it
gets compressed.
It gets compressed anyway. So hopefully, we'll be able to watch it. It'll look great. But I say it's CGI, man. I can deal with it as long as it's not ridiculously shit.
Yeah, just
like the Thor helmets in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Or you can go back to the early days of the Hulk, the first Hulk film with Ang Lee, where it's just like green, flat with. You remember that?
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. That was
no texture on
Eric Banner one.
Yeah.
No, I didn't like that one either. He just got bigger the stronger he got. Which just made no sense. Anyway, I think we should jump
conversation for another episode.
Yeah,
talk about the original Hulk movie.
That's a horrible film. So I think we should jump into this episode, find out what's going on with some She-Hulk. And just before we jump into this episode, I want to thank everyone who's been subscribing to the channel. If you're new to the channel, you just found us because you're watching the first episode of She-Hulk. Welcome. We're Legends of Podcasting. Please subscribe to us. If you're watching this right now, you're not subscribed, but you've watched this for a while. Whoa, man, subscribe. We're watching some Harley Quinn, we're watching some She-Hulk, we're watching all the other new shows coming out. Subscribe, and we also have a Patreon set up as well where you see the full reactions. So head over to there, support us there. And let's jump into this first episode of She-Hulk.
What is the responsibility of those with power? They have a duty to protect those without it. The defendant used their limitless resources, political and monetary, for financial gain, expense of public safety, causing the death. That their power shielded them from very real consequences, because those with the most power have the most to answer for.
Most responsibility.
You and the game.
I feel like this is gonna land better coming for me. Look, we got plenty of time to switch things up.
Bye, Dennis.
You're gonna listen to a paralegal over another lawyer?
Now you just have to top it off with a Savage Jen Walters look. I don't have a Savage Jen Walters look. My little baby genius is gonna be a district attorney one day.
Maybe one day.
I just need to stick the landing on this case. You will.
Cast her up with.
Only hulking out I'm gonna do is in the legal sense. They will only talk to you.
Oh, it's gonna be like in progress.
About that, it's true. I am a Hulk. Let me get you up to speed. A few months ago, I went on a road trip with my cousin Stuart.
Bruce?
No one thought it was.
Oh, he is.
That great.
I made this little device which keeps me in human form.
That was the longest answer to what have you been up to I've ever heard.
What's up with this? Cheetos and chopsticks?
Yes, so you don't get Cheetos fingers.
Genius idea.
Back to what I was saying before. My theory. Steve Rogers did not have a girlfriend before he went into the service. He is rushed to the front lines. He becomes a war hero. He is frozen in ice. After he gets unfrozen, he goes from world-threatening disaster to world-threatening disaster, right? So it seems like he was pretty busy.
All you're doing is repeating everything that I've already told you.
Captain America wasn't...
Whoa! What the fuck? Was that not the ship from Ragnarok?
Ragnarok, yeah, the one that they stole.
The orgy ship.
They just wanted to talk to him.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Oh, that's a severe bullet cut.
Let's go in. That's the archery. He's hulking out, right? Oh, okay.
It was an accident. Okay.
Oh.
A bit like the leader in the original Hulk movie.
Yeah.
That was a fast change.
Wow, okay. Who the fuck was in the ship?
Apparently that blouse is size changing.
I mean, he almost ran him over. It could have been Daredevil.
That's where he shows up. Yeah, in the alien spaceship.
See a thing out of it.
This is like the old TV show when he used to do it, sneaking around. Yeah.
Check that QR code.
Girl, what happened to you? Who did this to you? Got some here. Take these right here.
Spare
Thank you,
shoes.
but I just need to get cleaned up.
You don't have anywhere to go?
I have to call my cousin. Can I borrow somebody's phone?
Oh, sure.
What's up? Doing?
Fine.
You with anyone?
I think my boyfriend's just...
Oh, come on. You two gonna talk to us?
Oh, there he is.
You're gonna be on that beach island or whatever it is.
Maybe. He just took it there.
Bruce's blood green.
It was red when he went in.
I was going to say, I couldn't tell if it's red. Is that 'cause
Yeah.
why has it got like green looking blood?
Or maybe when he Hulk, it's green.
That was Peter. I love Led Zeppelin.
Is this Tony's?
It was AC/DC playing, wasn't it? He goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, I
Yeah.
love Zed Zeppelin." It's like his like Zen place.
Oh,
shit, it's an
speaking
Ultron
of
helmet. His Zen place.
In the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when they did the house they put
Yeah.
thingy in for a bit.
Tahiti.
Tahiti, yeah.
Oh, that
It's
was
a wonderful
bringing me
place.
Back around, yeah.
I mean, it keeps you calm, right? It's a wonderful place.
Sorry, I thought I'd get a little work done.
You're Hulk again. Where are we?
Mexico. Don't worry, I talked to your parents, but this is where I spent the blip fixing myself and integrating the whole family.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I want to get a bit backstory from him as well.
Tony built it for me a few years ago.
Oh.
Tony Stark. He used to joke that it was a loaner and that one day he'd just swing by and take it back. You okay?
Did we hit a spaceship?
It's a car in Class A courier craft. I gotta get to the bottom of that. You know, weird stuff just kind of finds you when you're a whole. First, we gotta deal with you.
What happened to me? I changed.
My blood got into your system, and you got a lethal dose of gamma radiation.
As in I'm gonna die?
No, there was more to it than I
That's
played.
not the sentence to make a pause on.
Okay, you and I, we share a rare combination of genetic factors.
So I turn into a Hulk now.
I've been analyzing your blood. I was able to use it to completely heal my arm.
Oh.
Is it better than you?
It's basically different. But now I'm able to be my fully integrated self again.
Oh. That's a good explanation.
Smart.
That means he can use the Infinity Stones again.
So, now that I've actually analyzed your blood,
We can destroy him.
it's way too dangerous to get out in the world.
You've analyzed everything. Now fix me. Get me back to normal. Give me that little device thing that you had that kept you as Groot.
Prototype. It was calibrated
Great.
specifically
Make
to
me
me. And
one.
I have been struggling with this for years. The best that I could do was merge my two halves.
No, I don't want to be a Hulk.
Jen,
Business card.
it. There is no going back to what you were before. Jen, what is it? What do you need?
He won't like me when I'm hangry. Yep.
You feeling better?
CGI on him is so
I know
good.
this is hard. You're gonna have to change the way you live your life. Avoid stressful situations.
I can't stay away from people. How am I supposed to do my job?
Stay here until you figure out how to control your Hulk. So
Well, how long is that going to take?
I traced all of my steps. I never thought that it would end up being a syllabus. But now, with my help, hopefully,
Chapter
I'll
1.
go a little bit faster.
Pages should all be green.
Yeah.
These transformations are triggered by distressed emotional states.
Ooh, put on a Pixar movie. Bing Bong jumps out of the wagon and inside out.
No. I need to focus. Triggers
Bing bong him inside out, man. That's so sad.
That's a little extreme for a first test.
People got Stark written on it.
course.
Wait, you're still Jen? Right now?
And I'm conscious.
This is incredible. You don't have an alter ego. You're the only one in this? It's huge, Jen. I think I'm jealous. You don't have another guy to wrestle with for 10 years. You know, that's about $1 million worth of damage. You really don't feel like there's another hand on the wheel at all.
Just you.
No. The first time, it was so intense I could barely remember.
I guess we can just skip all that then.
Yeah.
You still can't control when you transform.
So how do I turn back into Jen?
Usually I fall out of a jet or I get knocked out by a robot, or Natasha for a little while would tell me a lullaby.
Walk me through how that worked again.
I don't have a great explanation for it. One time I was stuck as the other guy for over 2 years. That was in outer space.
No. I can't.
Anyone who hasn't watched any of the other movies,
Yeah.
you just really watched them because we're referencing all.
I mean, one mistake, one freak out is literally life or death.
Okay, I'll be careful.
Forget Hulk grade. Just regular anger means death and destruction when people start seeing you as a monster that never goes away.
Fine. Teach me how to Hulk.
Interesting they haven't used the original movie where he has like the heartbeat.
Oh.
Meditate. Oh no, they might do it here. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, I never thought you'd be into all this mind, body, spirit stuff.
Dialectical behavioral therapy.
Let your thoughts drift away, relax your neck, bend your knees if that's more comfortable.
About accepting. I can see that you're not ready for DBT.
Jeez, what the hell?
Overwhelming feelings of rage.
No, a normal amount of rage. Was the air horn really necessary?
For comedy, absolutely. Who's your best friend?
Mickey.
Spandex.
Thanks.
Boulder toss. He's gonna toss the boulder. Take it easy on that first
Where the hell's that landing? Yeah, I know. I hope that comes up later in the episode. Yeah. It lands.
Being a Hulk asks for balance.
She's having fun with it because she can. Yeah.
But it's got to be more like calming when you know somebody else has already gone
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
Where he hadn't.
He's had to figure this all out by himself, so
Yeah.
she's got someone that can work with it. Yeah.
Dick, move. I'm clearly nailing it at all these things. When am I ever going to use this as a lawyer?
All I've been doing is showing you the downsides of being a Hulk, but there are a few upsides.
The size of my dick, no.
It's his cousin, man.
You know, even sexual, you say, like,
You think so much and not get drunk.
oh,
Just good.
Wow.
Jesus.
fuck me.
You built this bar by hand?
Yeah, me and Tony. Well, Tony mostly drank, sat around, complaining about Steve.
Oh, Steve.
Oh,
It was a good time during a hard time.
To a good time during a hard time.
So during the blip, right?
so sad. They were like bros.
No, but they hate each other. I was talking to my daughter about the other day. Here is the only time the Avengers are together, working together, is in Avengers 2. No other film actually work
Not to
together.
mention that I still have to deal with a Hulk-sized hangover. So when do you think I can leave?
Let's just focus on each day as they come, Jim. But being a superhero is a trial by fire.
Bruce, I'm not gonna be a superhero.
What else are you gonna do as a Hulk?
Return to my career.
Like, we are two of the few people on Earth that can actually protect her. We have to make sure of your ability to tolerate the stress, especially your anger.
I'm great at controlling my anger. All of this just feels like projecting a lot of shit onto me.
Okay, this is completely new territory.
Guess I've outgrown your binder, cuz. Love you, Bruce, but I'm going home. I'm gonna borrow the Jeep.
Jen, stop. Just stop and think.
I did your dialectical behavior. I can change back and forth, and I'm happy to now get back to my life.
Whether you like it or not, you're now a superhero. Who's gonna protect the world if it isn't people like us?
I'm sorry, the idea of being a superhero
The
is
world's
not
mightiest heroes.
I'm not you.
My life wasn't taken away.
Really? Oh, so you didn't wind up alone? With no friends? No relationships? Why would you want that for me, Bruce? For cautionary tale.
That's the price you have to pay for keeping the world safe. Denying half of your being is no way to live.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm asking you to reconsider. What, you think you're gonna to say a bunch of mean things like that and then take off?
Bruce?
Glasses.
Oh.
Dick move.
I learned it from you.
See, Jen, you're doing the best you can, and you can do better.
Bullshit!
We're gonna fight.
Yeah, that's what I see. Whoa!
I really didn't want to do this.
Oh yeah, the old thunderclap.
Okay, I wanted to do it a little. Okay.
Tommy!
That's all you got?
Oh, this is like subside. Oh. He's gonna Hulk out. His glasses are just. He's gonna go too far. He's actually gonna turn into Hulk, and she's gonna get worried.
No, not the
Oh,
bar.
Sorry.
You're fixing it.
For bonding exercise.
So if you want to go back to your life as a lawyer, I respect that.
He doesn't mean that.
First time she's done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess so. Yeah, he's back at first, right?
See, now I'm literally the only other person in the world that understands what you're going through. Call me anytime.
Thank you. And I'm sorry that I said a bunch of harsh but very true things.
Wow. Apology that still doubles down on the thing you're apologizing for. That's very lawyerly. You changed your mind. Door never closes.
See you at the next family dinner.
See ya, fuzzball.
So that's how it all happened. And no crazy Hulk stuff since. So now my family knows. Basically, I was right and Bruce was wrong. And I never have to be a Hulk.
Except
Okay.
right now.
I ask you to look only at the facts of this case. These accidental deaths were an unfortunate byproduct of an ambitious expansion. Did my client know lives would be in danger? It depends on your definition of knowing.
What the fuck does that mean?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
What the fuck is that?
Do your thing. Oh, no. Oh. Jen, we're now in front of everybody. Come on. Civic duty. Jen, come on. Ah, Jen. Thank you. Who the hell are you? Jennifer Walters, attorney at law.
Oh. Who the hell are you? That hair changed so much. Yeah.
I'm ready to give my closing argument now.
Sure, yeah, whatever you say. Whatever you say. That's absolutely fine.
Case dismissed.
Yeah. Avengers month.
Mute most of this when you're in the edit, 'cause it's just gonna get like.
Okay, great artwork, whoever's doing it.
How many cheesy puffs do they want to buy?
And spandex.
Spandex, yeah.
So a theory about Captain America. What was the theory trying to say? That he didn't have sex until he was Captain America?
What if we see her family?
That's family. Venice Beach, nice.
It's quite clever. It's just like drawn like a courtroom thing or something.
Steve Rogers did so much for his country and he never got to experience sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that did not deserve to die.
It's America's ass.
Steve Rogers is not a virgin. He lost his virginity to a girl in 1943.
Yes, I knew it.
You're not drunk?
Captain America! Fuck!
Fuck yeah!
Only the one, yeah?
I mean, that's America's ass.
Yeah. I love that.
Oh, that's great.
It's America's ass.
It's the way he does it as well.
That is America's ass. This is
That is the way Advent does it.
That's America's ass.
Yeah. What does he say? He's like...
Tony's like, your ass always did look good that outfit. He goes, I didn't realise you were looking, Tony. As far as I'm concerned, Cap,
As
that's
far as I'm
America's ass.
concerned,
Yeah.
that's
And
America's
then he finds his own, he finds himself, looks at it and goes, that is America's ass. Yeah, that's great. Man, that is a great first episode.
That's interesting.
I think that's the best first episode of the Disney shows.
Yeah, because that literally it didn't really set up what the series is going to be. Just set up her as a character.
Yeah.
Good origin.
Really, really clever. And I had little hints in there. Obviously, you have to watch every other film to get them, but like him and Tony together.
I think that's why I like it as well so much. It's referencing all the old stuff.
Yeah.
Where a lot of them just sort of
ignore it.
Yeah, you're a part of this universe. Embrace it.
Hawkeye obviously did.
Yeah, Hawkeye is the only other one really.
Captain Winter Soldier, where you've got Bucky and Falcon talking about everything that's happened to them.
Yeah, but it wasn't like that in the first episode.
No.
It took a while.
Yeah,
to get there.
Yeah, it was just nice. Because the thing is unfortunately with Bruce, he's been sidelined so much in the MCU.
Yeah, the same with Hawkeye as well. That's why I'm glad Hawkeye got his own shows up. But
but the thing is with Hulk is because they don't own his rights, they can't do anything with him.
Yeah.
So he's always a side character, like his World War Hulk thing in Ragnarok was sidelined a little bit.
Yeah, it was like 10 minutes.
It's like he hasn't had his own movie, and it's like
but,
one of the biggest Marvel characters.
Yeah, well, now they've turned him to Smart Hulk as well. It's kind of because I love the Raging Hulk, and I watched Infinity War again the other day, and I still think they missed a massive opportunity for him to come back at the end in Wakanda. I mean, like you take the Ed Norton one. That Hulk is so good. That's my favourite Hulk, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, definitely.
And he's like the end fight is so good.
Yeah, him and he gets Abomination.
Yeah, and you just haven't had that Hulk.
Well, you've had him like fight a little bit in the end of Avengers 1,
and a little bit when he was like mind controlled by Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, yes, that was when he fought the Hulkbuster. Because I watched that recently, and then at the end you get him a little bit fighting some Ultron robots, but not loads.
Yeah,
but then like if you had Infinity War, if the Wakanda fight with the Hulkbuster, if he either got when he was getting taken down, Thor comes out and saves it, he came out as Hulk then, or when he went to try and save Vision and that big guy with massive axe. He was like, Hulk, come on, Hulk, I need you right now. I get this whole thing of like, I don't need
bursted out of that Hulkbuster, it'd have been so good.
And then him against Thanos again would have been like a really cool fight.
And you don't even see him in the end fight in Endgame either.
No,
he goes massive. Iron Man goes massive and drops them all off.
Yeah,
and that's all you really see.
That's kind of what I thought was going to happen when he would, in the 5-year skip, he would have learned to fight and become Smart Hulk from Cap, and then
have a moment against Thanos.
When you go, either that or against Maul. Is it Maul, the guy with the axe? You said
Dark Dwarf, Black Dwarf.
Black Dwarf. Yeah. Like okay, so then he goes, that's my rematch. I'm gonna.
Yeah. That was the whole point when they didn't show him again in Infinity War. They're saving it for Endgame.
Yeah,
and they never did.
I know.
Because that's that bit at the start of Infinity War, and when he takes Hulk, he's like, "Oh, he's going to take Thanos on. This is going to be great."
And then you never see that Hulk again.
Yeah,
and it's just like so. Last time you ever see to me the proper Hulk, like the Raging Hulk, he gets beaten by Thanos, and that's it. It's like, I know. Anyway, this is about She-Hulk, not about Hulk. But
but now we've got her, and she could.
But I mean, like we said about the CGI. The CGI now look fucking great.
Yeah.
On her,
no problem with it.
Really good. I'm quite interested because her eyes go really green and stuff, like the original show. I never realised that Bruce is a brown still. Like maybe because I'm gonna have to have a look at the original film when he's angry, but like.
It's definitely green in the Ed Norton one, but I can't remember if it's Mark Ruffalo's Hulk is green.
Yeah, because obviously now he's like Smart Hulk, Professor Hulk.
Yeah,
maybe they would be brown because there is noise, but like I need to have a look back at it.
Curious to explain the device he was using to keep himself as Bruce.
As Bruce, yeah.
Which I mean would be in the end credits of Shang-Chi with the
yes, when he was with Captain Marvel and stuff. Yeah.
It was a bit weird.
Why is he back? Now it's gone.
I guess maybe he does that. So he's like Smart Hulk all the time, but if he needs to go to like a family thing, like he was about to do, he can't be Professor Hulk showing up, so that's what that was for. He said it was a prototype. But I love the thing of her blood type being kind of better than his. He used that to fix his arm as well, so now he's back to full strength. I was like, that's quite a cool little...
I quite like the little twist of it being an accident that the blood sort of merged with hers.
He didn't actually give her a proper transfusion.
Because it is a bit stupid that like he knows he's got the whole blood.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you can use my blood for a blood transfusion.
Yeah,
you can kill her.
I think in the original thing it was like she was... If he didn't do it, she was going to die. So he took the risk.
But
he didn't. But in this, it makes sense.
Like you say, it makes more sense. But then we've already seen that with the Ed Norton film when the leader got the. I wonder if he'll show up in this actually.
Maybe
because we still don't know why the ship turned up and.
Yeah, he goes. I need to look into that. Yeah. So, who the fuck was in that ship? Like, it's got to be someone
from a courier service that was looking for him.
Yeah. But because he's obviously still a hero on that planet, that
because it's a car.
Yeah, it's a car. Yeah. So maybe.
Do you reckon they're warning of a threat that's arrived on Earth, and that will be the bad guy for the show?
Maybe. I mean, I'd love to see in the last episode, like her and Bruce like team up and fight something. That'd be so cool. Like she just like she maybe needs to learn.
Maybe not the final, but have it like how many episodes are there? 9. So say like the 7th one, they have a big fight, but then she gets her own one at the end because it's a She-Hulk show, right? Yeah, just to have one episode where
they're working together.
There's so many of them or something. It's like, we need to bang up, cuz let's do this. And they both like stand on either side and clap, and then the thing bounces back into the floor.
That was the end of the Norton one, wasn't it? Where he went Hulk smash.
Yeah, same time he ever spoke, just to get rid of the fire from the helicopter.
He says Betty. One of the two is to blow out the fire.
They're both in there, aren't they?
Yeah. Because the helicopter crashes because Abomination pulls the thing down. Yeah. It's good. I really enjoyed that.
I like that she's she's gonna still try to continue her lawyering career, but like I think she'll gradually become more of a hero as she goes on.
Well, we saw it from the trailer, right? It looks like she doesn't want to be She-Hulk, but then it looks like the rich guy she was actually going up against is the guy that runs that other or starts that law firm up that she has to.
They want a superhero and they want her to
they want her to be She-Hulk doing the lawyer stuff. They don't want her to be Jennifer Walters, so it's going to have to be that.
It's going to be interesting to see why Daredevil turned up as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's weird because
it could be that she's like defence of somebody and he wants to work.
Well, at the moment she's a DA, so she's a prosecution, and he's a defence attorney.
Yeah.
So the two of them are going to clash in the courtroom, I think, and then
I hope to God that happens. Yeah. I know we see him show up as Daredevil. I want to
see Matt Murdock.
I want to see Matt Murdock.
And Foggy.
Yeah, I want to see him. Yeah, Foggy. See them two back against her would be so in court. I'd watch a whole episode of that.
It would make sense if she's a DA.
Yeah. 100%. I would watch a half an hour episode of just them two in court going up against each other. Be amazing. But obviously, we see him as Daredevil.
So trying to get Peter Parker out of trouble.
Yeah.
He's a really good lawyer. A really good lawyer. I mean, I'm so glad. I'm so glad he's getting his show, but I just hope this new show that him and Vincent D'Onofrio, Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio are doing is the same standard as the previous 3 seasons.
I think it will be watered down a little bit.
Yeah, those 3 seasons were so good. I rewatched them recently, and it was after Spider-Man came out and he showed up. I was like, I rewatched that series, all 3 seasons. It's such a good show. It's probably the best thing Marvel has done for me, in my opinion. It's so good. So I'm really glad it's coming back. But I was kind of disappointed that they beat the bad guy so quickly at the end, because in the trailer I thought, oh shit, that's going to be a really big moment that she's going to have to fight this woman.
I think that's to show you that she can't be a normal lawyer, right?
Yeah, I wonder why she came into court.
Well, I guess that's going to be the kick-off for the plot of this season. Yeah. So that was just a recap to find out how she got here.
Exactly,
See if, pilot episode, if you like. And then this is going to be okay, who are you and why are you attacking? Why did you come to this courtroom? What have you got to do with that guy he was being attacked?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, definitely. It's going to be interesting.
Because if she was attacking the guy that was on trial for whatever he was doing,
and then he employs her.
Depending on your definition of knowing.
Yeah. But then he employs her because she's more of a bodyguard. He sees her as rather than a lawyer.
And then Matt Murdock can come along. No. He's a criminal underground.
Yeah.
And then she'll have to take some superheroing to take him down.
Yeah. Then Wong will show up.
Yep.
Yeah, because Wong shoots in it as well. It's a book for Shanti. No. Look at the district book of law. Yeah. Oh. I'm kind of curious if they're going to link that in with either him and Abomination have already been sparring, like in Shang-Chi, or this is happening at the same time, and maybe he says, "Well, let me take Abomination to rehabilitate him, and then teach him to fight or something." I don't know, because there's obviously got to be some.
It's a way of letting the rage out, because you saw in the trailer he was back as in Tim Roth.
Yeah. So and then he sort of changes, doesn't he? He learns to control it. But there was some great. The whole. I quite like the little hints of the backstory they said as well. As obviously, this place was built by Tony and him.
That's so sad.
Him and Tony, because obviously, if you think at the beginning of Endgame when Tony comes back and then they kill Thanos, and there's that whole moment where Tony's going to Cap, you said we
do this together,
and you weren't there, Cap, and we lost. Where were you? And that was the last conversation they sort of had.
So the only friend Tony had left was Bruce.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh man.
So they sort of sat there together.
Because Bruce wasn't there in Civil War, so he was never in that conflict.
Because he turns up at the start of Infinity War, doesn't he? And then
yeah. He's coming!
Yeah.
Who?
Thanos. So he's there in the Wakanda battle.
Yeah. Exactly, because he shows up, he goes...
Because Cap and Tony don't really reconcile it until he figures
Endgame.
out he can go
back in time,
and then he brings in the shield.
Yeah.
And he goes, we'll do this kind of thing.
It shows that they've had that bromance since Avengers when they were talking about, oh, you should come down to the tower, we've got some really great stuff.
Yeah, well, there's a bit in Age of Ultron, as I say, watch that recently, a bit of Age of Ultron.
That's when he walks in, isn't it, Tony? And then
Bruce
Banner Bruce Banner says something, he goes, finally, somebody who understands.
And
then that's when they click, and that's when
someone else speaks English.
They have that, and they have it in Age of Ultron as well. They build Ultron, and they're
they're arguing
and it's like, there's this dismantled vision. He goes, we're mad scientists, man. Let's all do it. Come on, let's do this. And he goes, all right, let's do it. Yeah. And they build Veronica together. They obviously do all these projects you see off camera, like together. So they've got this great.
I love the fact that obviously that was like Bruce's getaway where he built with Tony, but then when Tony was feeling like lonely, he could go down there and they two of them get drunk and have like It's like, oh damn, that's just such a I want to see that now.
I know, yeah, no, it's a real shame that you.
I think that's why this show is going to be so good. They're just embracing it all.
Yeah,
I like the 4-4 break-in.
I like how I think about Steve Rogers as well asking those questions.
Yeah, it's so good.
My friend and colleague, yes.
Deadpool and Jen.
That'd be
That'd be
quite
good.
that would be good. That would be good. No, it's got me excited for like what's going to happen. And so that's pretty much. I mean, bar a few bits. That's most of the trailers done. With Abomination, maybe the next episode is meeting Abomination, getting this new job, and after that, we pretty much. That's all the trailers done. So we've got the rest of the show just to work out what's going on. So we don't even know who the bad guy is. Like the trailers don't show you. You see the Wrecking Crew. Yeah. I think, but that's an Abomination. B's in prison. You don't actually see who the bad guy is. So
it's got to be to do with that ship.
Yeah.
I feel like that's all coming to warn Bruce. Would be my guess.
That's gonna be like this subplot that he's gonna be investigating the entire time that's going on.
Yeah. Well, she gets involved in it or something.
Because why would Sakaran's unless you don't think they're gonna bring his son in while he was raging Hulk on Sakaar?
He's just fucking everything in sight.
Well, he was walking around naked.
It's
like Thor was looking, turning his head when he walks out the pool.
He was eating a lot of big sandwiches and doing for fuckfests.
But like,
Hardy Quinn reference.
That's a comic storyline, isn't it? With the son of the Hulk coming back from Planet Hulk.
I can't remember. I think so. I can't remember. I don't remember that one. But no, because he said, where did he say? He said something like a courier service.
Yeah, from Scar.
So the Scar that I need to look into. So
it was the model of the ship, right?
Yeah.
They're definitely the one that they fly back in, like it's the
it's your birthday.
Yeah, it's the orgy ship. What the hell's the guy called?
He
used the car.
Jeff Goldblum.
I don't know what he's
Grandmaster.
Yes, that's the one.
Grandmaster, yeah. That's his orgy ship, isn't it? So
yeah. Just don't touch anything in there.
Oh man!
But like I said, I'm going to put some money down now, saying that obviously the start this was him teaching her to control the Hulk.
Yeah,
it's going to be his son, and there's going to be him needing to like, I've got someone else to look after now. It's like,
maybe. What do you think? The son's going to be what, like, early teens?
Possibly.
I guess maybe you get the 5-year gap, so you can fit that in.
Or they could maybe younger if they. Son's mum was blipped out of existence during the blip.
Yeah. Is the name Scar? No, it's not Scar. Is it Scar?
Might be Scar.
The son?
Look up in a minute.
Can't remember. Scar's the one with the big long.
Yeah.
Kind of He-Man looking Hulk.
Yeah. I can't remember if that's his son or not, if that's just another Hulk. I do like the fight between them as well. Actually, that's quite cool.
I just wonder now if they can use the time machine fix this just to go back and get the stones again. And he can snap his fingers, do something else, bring Steve and Tony back, and then he can just use Jen's blood to heal him.
I mean, he's just destroyed it all, but I mean, she could take some more out, I guess, yeah. It's curious. I mean, it's interesting with the Secret Wars film, whether they bring them back for that. Probably, because I kind of feeling with Secret Wars they're going to bring back loads of different versions of all the characters. You could have potentially have like Ben Affleck's Daredevil with Charlie Cox's Daredevil. And like all this kind of stuff.
I mean, Chris Evans as Human Torch would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, because they're doing the Fantastic Four from just before that. So you
Jon Favreau as Foggy.
Yeah, I mean, you could do fucking loads of stuff. It would be great. Because it'd be interesting. I really want to. I hope they do the new Fantastic Four good. They really need to have a good Fantastic Four.
It'd be interesting to see if they cast, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if they could keep the same guy who's in Doctor Strange, they just go for a whole new thing.
And his wife.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt.
It's just because that film they need. I don't mind the old two, like they're.
I don't mind them.
But what about Fan Four Stick?
Oh, fuck that shit is ridiculously crap.
It started off alright and then it just went.
It's clear that it went.
Got halfway through it and it just.
It's when they get their powers. It goes 2 years later or 1 year later. It's like what? And then it just makes no fucking sense. Doctor Doom was shit in that as well.
They can't get Doctor Doom right. They need to get Doctor Doom right because he's like the best Marvel bad guy.
That's why I like the guy. I like the guy that's playing him in the original Fantastic Four movies because he's
he needs to be. He was more of a dictator of a big company. He needs to be a dictator of a country, like proper Latvian country, and he's like
no powers, just smart as fuck.
Yeah, he's got an advanced Iron Man to armor suit kind of thing,
with a little pistol gun.
Yeah, like
little chair.
And a master of robotics.
Yeah,
so like,
just smart as Reed Richards.
Loads of Doom bots.
That's what you need.
Remember, cast your minds back. Have they mentioned Latveria at all in the MCU?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. But I mean, he's got Fantastic Four coming into it. He should be coming into it.
I mean, surely the end game with that is Galactus, right?
Yeah.
Has to be. I mean, how are you going to beat Thanos? You got to.
You're trying to beat. How do you beat Galactus? Is one of the things.
The ultimate nullifier.
I mean, there's a couple of cartoons that do it, and it's just interesting if they take from that, or I don't know.
Doctor Doom is probably the most. I mean, there's a lot of fan feeds that they want Keanu Reeves, as in that would be a pretty fucking cool Doctor Doom. I'd like somebody sort of fresh and new.
It needs to be someone older,
just to see them.
You don't even need that. If you're gonna find somebody with like Carl Urban, who will keep the Doctor Doom helmet on the entire time, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You have to 100% keep the. Maybe just have the eyes showing, but everything else is just covered. Yeah. Definitely, it needs to be alright. It's a very exciting time for like stuff that's coming up, but yeah, I don't know.
But at least this is good.
Yeah, it's real good.
Well, first episode. We'll see how it progresses through the season.
Next one. So everyone, that was the first episode of She-Hulk. Eternal Law. I'd love to know your thoughts on it, what you think of the first episode, what you're looking forward to coming up in the future episodes. Please comment below, let us know. If you're watching this right now, you're not a subscriber, you've just watched us talk for a long time about this episode, and you're not subscribed, you might as well just click subscribe, because we're going to be watching the next episode all this season. Tell your friends about us. If you are subscribed and you want to support us even more, head over to our Patreon, where we've got the full reaction of this show, and we'll do all the other shows as well. We've got nearly over 700 videos on there now, so please come and support us there. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, link in the description below, and we also do a podcast. If you listen to podcasts, type in those podcasts, you find us there. We'll see you very soon for another reaction.